Not that kind of doctor, Dr. Matt Shirley, doctor of biology, I would imagine, crocodilian herpetologist.
Wildlife ecology, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So, Croc School, how valuable is it for these students to come here and get hands-on with these animals?
Yeah, no, I mean, Croc School is by far one of the best things a crocodilian keeper can do. I mean, you spend an entire, like, 9 days with some of the top crocodilian experts in the world, certainly on the captive side, learning everything you can about animals. And then more importantly, you do get hands-on training with different aspects of animals that you need to be hands-on. And unfortunately, as zoos move more and more away from training their own people to do that, having this experience is really invaluable because you just never know. You never know when you have to capture an animal under a non-ideal circumstances, or you never know when, well, actually, in all cases, you want to be working on training and behavioral conditioning of your animals. And really, until you get that practical experience, it's you don't know where to start. So,
you know, the thing that I noticed, how many times during this day do you think they're going to capture an animal?
Yeah, so in total, we've got about 15 or 16 students that are working on it. And so we want every single student to have at least one experience leading, managing, and doing the capture experience. So in total, we're going to capture at least 15 animals, but it's probably going to be about 25 all in all. Yeah.
So, which is great because in such a compact amount of time, you can get a lot of variations of the actual captures.
Exactly. And this is also why we try to focus on capturing different species, because different species react differently, different individuals. And in St. Augustine in particular, this facility is not afraid to be hands-on animals, and that adds a whole other challenge because a lot of these animals have been captured before, which means they know exactly what's coming, which means they can prepare for it and they can respond. And so it makes it really quite interesting to get that full breadth of experience.
And so obviously controlled situation.
Yeah.
You work in the field, you're in West Africa, a lot different when you're in the wild trying to capture an animal. What's the biggest difference that you can relate to the viewers?
Yeah, so the biggest difference is that captive crocodiles are actually more challenging, right? To get a snare or a rope on a wild animal can be very challenging because they're sneaky, they're wily, they don't want you to approach them. But once you have that rope on the animal, everything else we're doing, the actual capture, is a lot easier because they don't know what to expect. They've never had it before, and they get tired out really fast. But here, these animals, we don't have a lot of time or space to manipulate them until they wear down, nor would we want to because it can be dangerous for the animal. And so everything here is a bit more lively than it is in the wild, which is really fun. Yeah.
That's actually a good thing. And so, you know, we've seen a lot of different variations of the catch today. Appreciate you letting me hang out with you. It's great for me, as I mentioned. I get to kind of refresh, and you can get kind of a little bit complacent sometimes, and that's the one thing you never want to have happen when working with large predatory reptiles.
Complacency is the death of your body parts.
There you go. And you've got all yours, I've got all mine. God willing, we'll be all right. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks, Doc, and we'll see you guys again on another episode. It's time for some water. See you guys.